All right, we don't have to go very far to talk about some more misleading and deceptive labels. This is the same product I was talking about in the last video. 100% natural doesn't really mean much. Natural is not defined by the FDA. Lots of companies are going away from this label just because there are companies getting sued over this, and it just isn't very meaningful. Natural is not defined, but companies still use it. No preservatives is misleading. We just talked about in the last video the nitrates and the nitrites that are added in the form of celery salt. Those are preservatives, and so saying no preservatives is very misleading. However, the natural celery salts and curing agents are not considered to be curing agents per the USDA. And so that's the whole issue here, is that they're not recognized as curing agents. And so they're actually required to say no nitrates or nitrites added if they're using these natural curing agents, or they have to say uncured, which doesn't make any sense because they are still curing agents. They're just not listed as approved curing agents per the USDA. There is a petition to change this, but as for now, this is how it has to be labeled, and it is very misleading. And although companies don't have a choice to put this label on there if they're using those natural curing agents because they have to, or they have to say uncured, they are definitely using these because this looks good on the package. I mean, they're using it, as marketing, things that look good, that seem good to the consumer. So they're definitely using these more natural curing agents to be able to say natural, to be able to say no nitrates or nitrites added, and to not have to list synthetic curing agents on the ingredient deck. All right, no artificial ingredients, kind of like the natural thing. Artificial ingredients aren't defined by the FDA, so just really another marketing label. This one down here I want to highlight, no added hormones. And if you read the fine print, it says that federal regulations prohibit the use of added hormones in poultry. So this is very misleading. Yes, it is true there are no added hormones, but that's because legally there can't be added hormones in poultry. In pigs, they can be used in beef cattle, and the amount of additional hormones in that meat is like a billionth of a gram, so it's not affecting the nutrition of it. But this is on things that legally can't even have hormones added, so this is a very misleading label. So although these labels look good to the consumer, it's not telling you anything about the safety or the nutrition of the product. It's just marketing, and none of these things are bad to have in the product. I mean, these are actually in there. Preservatives are actually in there. So a lot of times these are just really not true. And in the case of this one, it's just ridiculous because this isn't even allowed in the first place.